when it comes down to staying in contact with the humanity of each other, that racial amity sits at the very center, because what it says is that there is possibilities of being in contact with the humanity of each other, no matter what color, or class, or gender, or sexual orientation, or national identity, and that therefore there's some hope for love and justice in a world of such overwhelming hatred, contempt, domination, and oppression. Racial amity is an idea whose time has come.
The March on Washington marked a revolutionary moment in America's long struggle towards racial equality and was a nation-changing display of commitment and unity of races and cultures to social justice. But the seeds of this movement were planted centuries earlier, when America was just forming as a nation. From interracial communities along the eastern seaboard during the colonial era, to multiracial abolitionist cohorts and collaborations on the Underground Railroad. Through the formation of America's historic civil rights organizations, like the NAACP in the early 20th century, up to the present-day calls for justice in the wake of the murder of George Floyd. Every step toward a truly just, multiracial democracy has been taken by people of different races, marching arm in arm and working together. With these powerful historic examples as inspiration over the past decade, the National Center for Race Amity has developed forums and initiatives to advance cross-racial and cross-cultural amity. These initiatives have impacted the national and international public discourse on race, including the Campus Conversations on Race program impacting 26 college campuses across the nation, an annual conference for the past decade attended by educators, journalists, business people, artists, activists, and practitioners in the diversity, equity, and inclusion field. National Race Amity Day festivals in over 100 cities and towns around the country, states establishing Race Amity Day proclamations, and a unanimous 2016 Race Amity Day resolution in the U.S. Senate, sponsored by Senators Thad Cohorn of Mississippi and Ed Markey of Massachusetts. Co-production of a feature-length documentary film and a 5 half-hour series for public television on race amity development and nationwide distribution of a race dialogue board game, breaking it down toward E Pluribus Unum, serving students and adults. At the core of all of our work is the belief that cross-racial friendship and mutual loving respect is, and has always been, the fuel that moves us toward becoming a truly just, multiracial democracy. And now, as we enter the second decade of our efforts, we move into a new era and a new evolution of our work, with the founding of the National Race Amity Institute in Atlanta, Georgia. The National Race Amity Institute will open pathways for young people, academics, and C-suite leaders to study and actualize deeper cross-racial relationships and collaborations to continue taking action. Programs in development include academic research courses in race amity, training in appreciative inquiry as the framework for race amity-based community building, an educational theater program for middle and high schools, seminar programs for C-suite leaders to bridge racial divides and transform their workplaces, and assisting teachers through the Unity Works K-12 teacher training model program. The National Race Amity Institute has found its home in the Edgewood district of Atlanta. With generous financial support from Yavari Enterprises and a $1.4 million innovation grant from the City of Atlanta's Civic Engagement Office. This serves as the anchor support for 3,000 square feet of space being renovated. Students, participants, and thousands of visitors will gain knowledge and draw fresh inspiration from the Institute and the presence of Dr. King's Ebenezer Baptist Church just a block and a half away, and the historic Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park. The National Race Amity Institute will be adorned with a statue depicting the friendship of Mary McLeod Bethune and Eleanor Roosevelt, godmothers of race amity. We invite you to join the long-cherished American tradition of race amity by making it possible for students and leaders to find their rightful place in the creation of a truly just, multiracial society. Together, we can continue to move toward actualizing our national credo, E pluribus unum, out of many, one.